Welcome in, you guys, to the One Piece post-game show for Chapter 1139. You know how this goes down. We're gonna go and read through the top comments from the full spoiler video and just see what the hell we were talking about and just have some fun with it, right? It's been a while since we've talked about One Piece. One Piece is on break this week, so why not just dip our toes into last week's chapter one last time. So with that being said, let's switch over to the other screen. Here we go. Top comment says, Oda would make the epithet of a character married to a giant the Mountain Eater. Yeah, he knows what he did there. He 100% knows what he did. This one says, that bush eater zoom in was diabolical. Yeah, I zoomed into Ripley's bush, and let me tell you, that is a bush we'd all like to hide in. This one says, Gaban is definitely an explorer. His favorite to explore is giant caves. Yep. Man, is this all gonna be about Ripley and Scopper? Scopper got a braided beard, like Oda's drawing of 60-year-old Sanji. Huh, let me see. 60-year-old Sanji. Let me look it up on the side. One Piece, 60-year-old Sanji. And let's view the image. Put it up on screen. Yes. He does have the same braided beard. Wait a minute. Oda's kind of cooking, man. He's kind of cooking. This one says, Scopper being able to take down not just the pirates, but also the trees, probably signifying that he can twirl with his axes and cut things in a circle around him, maybe making a whirlpool on the sea. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is a comment in reference to Scopper maybe being the man marked by flames. Scopper twirling his axe and then cutting the trees? I could see that. Yeah, I could see. I mean, that's like a stereotypical thing in like games, right? I'm trying to think like Path of Exile, like World of Warcraft, you know, any MMO. And yeah, warriors tend to have an ability like that where they just like, I don't know, spin in a circle, right? Even like Garen from League of Legends, just knocking everybody down. Yeah, that's not bad. I think it could be this, but it could also just be a gag. Like it could just be a gag that whenever he fights, he just destroys everything around him. And then he probably looks at it, he's like, ah, my bad, guys, you know? My bad, I just destroyed all your trees, apologies. This one says, Roger Pirates, that's a huge mountain to climb. Gaban, I'm eating it. Okay, that's just funny. This one says, oh, thank you for the 5 as well, brother. They say, theory, what if Gaban is the man with the burn scar and he's keeping the poneglyph on the Oro Jackson? No one knows where Roger's ship is, and the black ship really looks like the Oro Jackson that has rusted and turned black. The whirlpools could be due to the weird egg that Roger had, and whatever hatched from there controls the weather. Ooh, that's not bad. So if, okay, thinking about it right now, if this is the case, maybe, right? Maybe the Oro Jackson is in the heaven world, because we didn't see it off the coast, right? If the Oro Jackson was simply off the coast, I feel like people already would have found it. So yeah, maybe it's up in the heaven realm, and then the egg could be the monster we saw in the mural, the one at the very top, you know, on top of the tree. Like it was kind of like going down and just shooting fire at the serpent. I think it could be that. Yeah, that's a good theory. I like it overall. I like it. And also, when I think of a black ship, for some reason, I think about the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. I always get it mixed up. But yeah, like the Black Pearl was Jack Sparrow's ship. Maybe there's like some weird parallel there where like, oh, like the OG pirate has it. But yeah, either way, going to the next comment, they say, oh, it's also by the same person. Look at that, shout outs. Gaban felt Shamrock's Haki while Luffy didn't. I feel a Haki training arc incoming. Yeah, I feel like the training arc could just be right here and now, right? With Scopper currently fighting Luffy, we can learn during the fight, right? Luffy is pretty much like a Saiyan at a Dragon Ball, dude. Every fight Luffy goes into, he walks away from it stronger than before. That is true for all of the Straw Hats, really. So yeah, I feel like Luffy is definitely gonna learn something new here, and or even if Scopper doesn't train him here, Luffy will notice that Scopper has, you know, special Haki or better observation, and then Luffy's like, okay, I need to lock in, right? That's typically how it goes, right? You know, just thinking back to Katakuri, for example, Luffy saw that Katakuri had observation Haki, future sight, and guess what happened during that fight? Luffy used future sight. You know, it got to the point where they're like completing each other's sentences. So yeah, whatever he has, Luffy is going to get and or build off it. I like it. And also, again, shout outs to the double comment and thank you for the 5 one last time. So this one says, this makes that part of the 3-day battle where we saw Gaban and Odin duking it out that much cooler. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you know, in the anime they just like what, boom boom boom, and then we cut away, we never see them again. But yeah, I hope we get more Gaban. Hopefully, sorry, I've been saying Gaban because that's how the Viz puts it, but yeah, Gaban is like what we are used to. But yeah, I really hope we do get more flashbacks of him in his prime, you know, Roger in his prime, Rayleigh in his prime. I would love to see some battles like that. And I'm gonna be honest, dude, it is crazy, criminal even, that we do not have a One Piece movie of the old era. You know, I get it, right? I get it. Oda wants to hide things. He doesn't want to show all of his cards yet. But we're in that final saga, man. Dude, a Roger movie would go freaking hard. Dude, it would beat out Film Red guaranteed. This one says, he's even the only one to sense the Holy Knights. Yep. And he was farther too. Wait, what does it say? He was closer? Was he closer? I don't think he was. Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't closer. Not true, since Luffy, Zoro, and Nami arrived before him. Yeah, there we go. And this one, different person say, at the time they teleported in, wasn't Gaban still in the underworld? Luffy and Ko were 100% closer. And yeah, at the underworld is cold, and Gaban was in normal warm jungle, probably in the sun realm. Okay, well, I gotta go back now. So we saw Gaban last when Louis Arnaud's message came in. What chapter was that? I'm trying to think. What chapter was that? That was like 1133, 1134, 1135. All right, so that was in 1132. At the very end, we see his silhouette with the bear. And you are right. It is in a warmer climate, so it might not be the underworld. But we don't know for sure, because while we could say, oh, it's a warmer climate, we do know that the lower realm of Elbaf isn't all just cold, right? Think back to the bartender, where Shanks was seen at and where we first saw Colin. That bar was in a green plane. So maybe this is still like the lower realm of Elbaf. We really don't know. But either way, I do just think that the Straw Hats are closer regardless, right? Because the Straw Hats in that chapter are literally right there. You know what I mean? Like, they're in the Sun Realm. We see them. They go a little bit off to Walrus Academy, and then the Holy Knights come in. I just overall think that the Straw Hats were closer and still didn't sense them. So yeah, needless to say, I do think Gaban has better observation Haki base level. And I don't think this is a crazy statement either, right? We're talking about a guy who was there with Roger, a guy who's there with Rayleigh. He's supposed to be that Sanji parallel. Like, come on, let's be real. Scopper Gaban confirmed tree level. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. He defeated Fodder and he ate a bunch of trees. Hell yeah. This one says, I think Colin might be one of the giant kids that the God Knights take hostage, so Scopper won't have a choice but to fight them with the Straw Hats. Ooh, yep, I completely agree with this. And then we also have to remember that if the God Knights are going to Walrus Academy, that is where his wife is at. Yeah, forget Colin for a minute. That's where the mountain he eats is at. Dude, yeah, Scopper's gonna have to do something. I think he will fight the God Knights. And here's the thing too, there's also a chance that maybe he fights for a little bit and then he lets Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and all them take over because it's their era, right? Maybe he's like, oh, like, actually, I don't need to fight y'all. These youngins will do my job for me. That could be it. Below, they say Yasan was exploring that huge cave for sure. Yeah. Is it even, okay, putting some logic behind it, do either of them derive pleasure in that scenario? Because Scopper can't do anything unless he's rubbing it against the wall. And then Ripley, I mean, maybe? This is an SBS question. I mean, I don't know if you guys read the One Piece SBSs, but this is definitely something Oda would answer. I mean, I don't know if you guys keep up with the SBSs and how crazy Oda gets, but at one point in time, Oda literally said that Hody Jones has two. I'm not even joking. He said, oh yeah, you know, since sharks have it, Hody Jones has one as well, or has two as well. So, I mean, Hody Jones, man, that guy's crazy. So, going down below, they say, dang, the glaze Gaban got from the Giants this chapter is actually wild, yeah. And the funniest part is that this video was about the spoilers. We didn't even see the chapter yet, and then we got the chapter, and they glaze him even harder, dude. Just multiple panels and pages of just pure Scopper glaze. And I think it's well warranted, don't get me wrong. I think it was definitely a great chapter, and it worked in what it was trying to do. But yeah, dude, like, everybody loves this guy. Oda loves him, and he even has like the Master Roshi fit on. Yeah, he's gonna go crazy come next chapter. This one says, oh, also, thank you for the 2, brother. He says, Earth God demons from the Harley text are equal to, if not greater, than the demon summoning circle. 148. Stocks for Emu being the Earth God are through the roof. Also, thanks for the dope content lately, Sai. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, so Emu being the Earth God, I don't think that's a bad theory at all. I actually don't. I think Emu will end up being one of the gods. Personally, my money is on the Moon God, right? And if you look at the Harley text, they keep on bringing in new gods left and right between the first and second world, right? First world, Sun God, Earth God. Second world, we got the Sun God again. And then we got the Forest God. And then we got the, is it the Water God? No, Sea God, right? Sea God? Yeah, Sea God. So I think there is a pretty good chance that there is going to be another god introduced. And if it is the Moon God, I think that would be pretty dope, right? Because Sun and Moon, they're like opposite. They're polar opposites. So I think the Moon works, but Earth isn't bad either. Because when people think of the Sun, they immediately go to the Earth next to. So yeah, I could see that. Going down below, they say, Brooks, time skip a location, being a village, using a summoning circle to summon an actual Satan is starting to make a lot more sense, yes. And I do still wonder, what would have happened if Brook never got summoned by Kuma, right? Because Kuma sent him there, but let's say Kuma didn't do that. Would they have been successful? Would a real demon have popped up and, did the deed or, signed a contract with those guys? I wonder. Like, maybe that should be like a nice, like, side project, right? The Straw Hats leave Elbaf and then they draw like a magic demon circle and they're like, hey guys, let's summon the Gorosei. Let's beat them up. Oh, that would be nuts. Wait. Imagine it works and you actually summon a Gorosei. That'd be so funny. You could set a trap. Like, imagine you get like an entire group of really strong pirates and then you summon one Gorosei at a time, right? Hey guys, let's beat up Saint Saturn. And then you like gather all the pirates and then boom, right in the middle of town, Saint Saturn. Or maybe Minecraft, put TNT around him, blow him up. I think that'd be pretty fire, but also that'd be too broken. The Straw Hats definitely would not do that, but for me, if I wanted to cheese the battle, that's perfect. That's what's a simple answer to Scopper challenging Luffy. It ties back to his question regarding Loki. If he's strong enough to take on Scopper, there'd be a good chance he can quell Loki if need be. Yep. It's crazy that the Roger Pirates basically had 4 Yonko level fighters with Roger, Rayleigh, Gaban, and Odin. Pretty much, yeah, because Odin was pretty much about to beat Kaido until he got snuck in, and then Gaban, Rayleigh. Yeah, I think the Roger Pirates are just those guys. Like, dude, if they were around today, would Luffy have a chance of the One Piece? If Luffy and the crew were in Roger's era, would he have a chance? I think he would. I mean, the Sun God Nika Devil Fruit goes crazy. I mean, that's like the devil fruit of the prophecy, right? And then Luffy just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Roger was already nerfed with the illness, and then Rocks died at God Valley. I think Luffy be fine. I think it would maybe take longer for Luffy to hit the One Piece, but yeah, I think he'd still edge it out. And then Roger, though. Roger does have a bigger crew than Luffy, right? Because Roger had like, I think what, like 20 people? Yeah, Roger had a lot of people in the gang. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, if Luffy was back then, I think it would take longer and be a little bit harder, but I think he could still do it. Maybe. I don't know. Well, what's your guys' opinion on that? Like, if Luffy was born in Roger's era, how would he fare? Same devil fruit, same crew, all that good stuff. How would he fare? And keep in mind, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was about to say, like, keep in mind, like, he doesn't have Rayleigh to train him anymore, right? But no, let's not do that. I think that's too much of a nerf. Anyways, though, going on, moving past the hypotheticals, this one says, Oda covering his tracks with that mini Scopper flashback explaining his epithet. All the adults know what the Mountain Eater is referring to. What's this gas by, oh, here we go, look at this. The Minister of Love, the left hand of the Pirate King, legendary star, the man with the burn scar, the Mountain Eater, equal to Roger and Ray, bro, has so many epithets and legends, he is crazy. He might as well end up as my favorite Roger pirate, especially if Oda does Elbaf right. I mean, that's how it is, right? When you think about, like, the Straw Hats, for example, like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, like, they got a lot of titles, too. I mean, even put Jinbei in there, too. Why not? Jinbei worked for Whitebeard. He worked for Big Mom. What they call him, the first son of the sea. The Fishman Knight of Neptune's army, Jinbei. The guy who sailed with Fisher Tiger. And then we got Sanji, right? The warrior of science. They also call him what, like the Jerma kill? No, they don't call him that. What is it, like Black Mask? Tuxedo Mask? No. Law had a nickname for him. Soba Mask was another one. Black Leg Sanji, of course. His mom is Sora, so people are calling him the warrior of the sky even, and he does do skywalk, so there's that. And then Zoro, the guy who's the pirate hunter, you know, the king of hell, and then he also is the 3-sword style user. My god, like the king of Shimotsuki village would call him that too. Like, we could honestly glaze a lot of characters, bro. But the difference between them and Scopper is that Scopper's getting this all at once, right? The Straw Hats, you know, we got those by levels, man. You know, level, we get another epithet. But for Scopper, bro, Oda dropped all of these in 13 pages. Crazy. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, Stealth Black. There we go. Wow, somebody said the exact same thing. Yeah, Stealth Black, Warrior of Science, one of the monster trio. Yeah, left hand of the future Pirate King. Oh, they call them wings. Yeah. Sanji and Zoro are wings of the Pirate King. Huh. Here's another question for you guys. Would you rather be called someone's wing or someone's hand? Right? Left and right hand, or the wings of X person? I think wings goes kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. This one says, as Gaban and Luffy fight, another Holy Knight might be summoned at the same time. Yeah, this could be what breaks up the fight. Like, imagine they start fighting, or they start doing the key chase or whatever you want to call it, and then after a chapter, a Holy Knight pops up in that summoning circle. The one in the throne room, they pop up and then they walk down the stairs to get Loki's key or something, bro. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be so good. But the amount of aura, dude, that character would have to exude, insane. I'm assuming all the God Knights, Holy Knights have Haki, have observation Haki. If they can sense Luffy, Gaban, Zoro, and all of them in this room and they come down there anyways, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. This one says, he's an explorer. My theory still stands. Gaban is Roger's navigator and was given the role of having the road poneglyphs from Fishman Island. The reason people believe he has a black ship and creates whirlpools is because he is in the sea between Egghead and Elbaf, which causes people to hallucinate. So this right here doesn't cause people to hallucinate. This puts them to sleep. It's sleeping mist. So the hallucination part doesn't make sense. But as far as this goes, I do think that Gaban is a pretty good candidate for the man marked by flames. I mean, he knows where the poneglyph was. He could easily get there. Considering that his wife is a giant, she could have been the one who picked up the poneglyph and just put it on the ship, right? I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And of course, I've talked about it before, but him wanting to gatekeep the One Piece, that fits. He doesn't want some nameless loser to just get Roger's treasure or Joy Boy's treasure. So I think him being that guy is perfect. I think this all fits pretty well, except for this last part right here, which just is not true. But yeah. Decent. All right, so this comment says, I love how hype the old generation is and how no matter how strong our characters are, the old generation never falls behind. I still can't wait to see how our crew will look once they hit their prime. Yeah, their prime. I feel like they're in their prime right now because there's no way we're going to get another big time skip, right? Because when people think of primes, it's like, what, like 25, 27-ish? Like, I feel like this is it for Luffy. Like, he's going to find the One Piece this year, maybe. Yeah. And then afterwards, he's going to get even more strong. I'm sure he's still going to train, but will we see that? Will we see prime Luffy, you know, Luffy in his mid-20s in action? I don't know. 9:30, I'm pretty sure it was trying to imply that the attack Scopper used on the pirates were so crazy it caused all the trees on the mountain to be chopped during his rampage. Just collateral damage from the monster that is Scopper. His axe play is too smooth. Yeah, I think that could be it too. Like maybe Scopper swings his axe and it's like Zoro swinging one of his swords, right? Like it's a crazy AoE. Zoro has Dragon Twister, for example, Tatsumaki, where he spins his blades and then a giant tornado pops up and cuts everything. It could be like that, all right? Zoro also has a Black Rope Dragon Twister, which is another AoE attack that chops down everything in its path. Maybe Scopper has an equivalent to that. Maybe we'll see it in this fight. Actually, no, we won't, because Scopper doesn't have his axe. Yeah, right? Yeah, so Scopper got introduced, he threw his axe, and then he never picked it up afterwards. He went downstairs and now he's holding the key. Is he gonna fight Luffy with just a key then? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Unless he could just like spawn axes out of nowhere, or unless Oda just draws it in out of nowhere. Yeah, he's about to mess us up with the key. This one says, I loved this Scopper reveal, not gonna lie. He has some insane observation Haki because he sensed a Shamrock and Gunko. And you gotta love a good Roger flashback, man. Also, I wonder if Scopper got some giant techniques. Ooh, giant techniques. Yeah, giant. I didn't even think about that. Giant tech. He's been here for 20 years. He was a part of Roger's crew. He could have giant attacks. You know, we're looking at characters that do Hakraku sovereignty, for example, right? Dore, Brogy, Kaido, and Big Mom. Maybe Scopper can do that exact same thing, but by himself, right? 2 axes? Maybe he's like, ooh, Hakraku sovereignty, and he just does it. He fulfills both of the roles. Ooh, that'd be sick. I mean, headcanon, but sick. This one says, I wonder if Gaban has talked to or heard about Rayleigh. I could see Luffy mentioning it when Gaban reveals he used to be a part of Roger's crew. Maybe we get a Roger flashback from that. Also, I think Gaban has talked to Rayleigh. Like, for example, when we were at, I believe, Dressrosa. Yeah, we were in Dressrosa. Scopper actually went to the Twin Capes to visit Crocus. So I'm sure that after that, or maybe during that time, he was talking to Rayleigh, right? He had to have passed Fishman Island, Saboti Archipelago, and I think that is when he stopped and talked to Rayleigh and Shaki. I definitely think that's the case. Because when you think about that journey, he has to pass Rayleigh. It would be insane if he did not talk to him. I think he did. I think he did. And then, of course, Gaban said he's wanted to meet Luffy for quite some time now as well. So why is that, right? Is it because of the newspaper? Is it because of Shanks? Or because of Rayleigh? Or the best option, all three. So now, next comment, and I think the last one as well. They say, I'm here with you on the Scopper-Ripley traveling cover story, or maybe about how they met. Love to see it, brother. Yeah, dude, I am a big Yamato fan. We got, what, 25, 27 volumes of Yamato. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'd trade it for a Scopper, Rayleigh cover page story in a heartbeat. I really would, man. Just how they met or just what they're doing, hanging out. I don't know. So last one. We will see Sanji's future power scaling in the next few chapters. Yes, we will, man. That parallel between Sanji and Scopper goes freaking hard. But with that being said, thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this video. I really freaking appreciate it. You know, I just love talking about One Piece. I love seeing what you guys are talking about as well and all your theories. And, you know, I like to do my best to read a good handful of comments. We can't be here forever, so that's why I'm cutting off right now. But yes, thank you all again for spending some time here, and I'll catch you guys next week when the spoilers come back. Signing out.